Hey everyone, it's Bill McCafferty here. Today is Friday, July 31st, 2020. Hope all is well. Hope you're having a great week. Hope you're wrapping things up. Like I always say, I hope you're staying grounded, you're staying safe, and you're pushing forward with all the craziness that's going on in the world. So like I do every Friday, I want to come on and give my episode, A Day in the Life of an Asset Manager / Note Investor. Today's episode number 25. Every week I go over my asset management portfolio first, PMR2. So let's get rocking on that. We got a lot of sales still being postponed out until September and October. Those are foreclosure sales. Things are starting to open back up in the courts and the foreclosure process. A lot of the hearings that I had that were postponed are happening now in the month of August. So things are moving forward, slowly but surely. Right now, I'm managing 110 non-performing mortgage notes for over 20 different investors. New files boarded over the last 2 weeks since I wasn't on last week. One file. New borrower contact, that's 2. Loss mitigation forms that I sent out 2 of those. Loss mitigation forms that I received and processed, 2 of those. Borrow option forms that I sent out to the borrowers to resolve their delinquent loan. I sent out 2 of those. New loan modifications that I sent out. 1 new loan mod sent out. No new payoffs sent out over the last 2 weeks. New loan mods received and processed. That's 0. But over the last 2 weeks, I did process 2 new payoffs. So we received 2 new payoffs from homeowners, got them situated. They paid their loans off. When homeowners do pay their loans off, once everything's processed, we record a mortgage release in the county, releasing that lien. I always make sure that gets done and that we send the original to the homeowner so they have proof and that they know their file and their lien is paid off. No new foreclosure sales, no new bankruptcy filings, and no new files wiped. So that's what's going on right now in PMR2. Let's jump over to my own portfolio, PDRS, and everything that I got going on. Like I said, I did make a purchase a few weeks ago, a non-performer in Kentucky. So moving forward, getting that situated. Actually already talked to the homeowner, so hopefully we get that resolved here soon. I did have a borrower reached out on one of my reperforming loans that has been bumpy over the COVID period, trying to do a new loan mod with them and get them situated, try to help them out. Maybe do some new terms. They were looking for a lower payment. I'm okay with that. So we're still talking about that. Like I do every month in my own portfolio and in Bill McCafferty world is, it's the end of the month. So I'm scanning in all my bank sheets, all my bank statements, scanning in all my servicing statements, updating all my spreadsheets. So my accountant and my QuickBooks assistant can access everything next week and process all my stuff. I do have an appointment today with my accountant, which is a Zoom call, which is kind of becoming the norm. Everybody's going to Zoom. So we'll go over everything. This is the first time that we're actually talking about this year. We usually meet after tax time in May or June. With everything going on, it's a little slow right now. So we're going to get together, kind of go over the first part of the year and discuss a lot of this stuff that's going on and where I'm going the rest of the year. So today I'm going to give you a case study. Today's case study is my Tewksbury, Massachusetts case study. This particular file took over 2 years to resolve. This just shows you what goes on in the non-performing second world. Things aren't always fast and smooth. It takes a lot of patience, takes a lot of determination, takes a lot of organization and a lot of focus to stay on pace and get these things across the finish line and get them resolved. So this particular non-performing second in Massachusetts was purchased in March of 2014. It was a non-performing second mortgage. The loan balance was around $44K. Last payment on the loan at the time was May of 2009. So you can see about 5 years of not making payments on this loan. Fair market value of the property, $360K at the time of the purchase. There was a current first mortgage on the property of around $330K. We started legal kind of right away once we got settled in. We started legal in April of 2014. Over a 2-year period, we went through the foreclosure process, sent out a demand letter. Massachusetts has a 6-month demand letter period, which is the longest demand period of any state. You can get through that quicker if there's no contact. So once the demand period was over, we moved forward with the complaint and the judgment, eventually getting a sale set in February of 2016. So no contact with the homeowner all through the foreclosure process. We ended up going through the foreclosure sale in February of 2016. Took the property back. Like we do after every foreclosure sale, we get our deed recorded. We got our deed recorded, and what I do is I send the deed to the homeowner with a letter letting them know I can still help them resolve it, but they need to reach out to me. If not, the company's going to move forward with eviction and getting possession of the property. But our main goal is still to resolve this with you. Please reach out. Nothing from the borrower at that time. So in March, we started the eviction process. Homeowner reached out in April of 2016. So, you know, what I tell them is we can still get something done. It's just going to take a little longer. And there's a little more of a process that we're going to need to go to. It's not really just creating a loan mod or reinstating the loan. So what had happened is to slow everything down, I still take them through the loss mitigation process. I sent them the form. They sent back their financial stuff. Then we began putting a plan together. When I'm on the other side of a foreclosure sale, I call these post-sale workouts. And what we need to do on the post-sale side is we still need to agree to terms. So I put together what's called a settlement agreement. In my settlement agreement, it kind of spells out exactly what's going on, who everybody is, what just happened, how the deed was recorded. And what we actually need to do is we need to agree to new terms. We need to agree to an upfront amount of money that they pay in order for us to transfer the deed back to them. You know, you can consider it some upfront arrears or some upfront money, but we need something that we need to agree to be able to deed the house back to you. Now, some investors are different and some note buyers do it differently. Sometimes they make a homeowner pay for a year or two before they deed the house back. I kind of want to get everything situated right away and get it done. So at the expense of the homeowner, they pay us an upfront fee. We deed them the house back. This is all spelled out on the settlement agreement. We then have to basically create a new mortgage and note. So we create new terms based off the old existing accounting. We agree to a loan amount, an interest rate, a monthly payment, and terms on this particular loan. So we agreed to everything, put it down in my settlement agreement. We both sign it. It spells everything out. I space it out where they need to sign the settlement agreement and send it back to me. And then we handle the deed. And then about a month later, we agree to new terms with the new mortgage and note. Actually have an attorney draft up that new mortgage and note. We get new title insurance. We do everything that you would do for to basically come to terms with a new mortgage and note. So that's all spelled out, all at the owner's expense, everywhere from drafting it, to recording the mortgage and recording the deed. So that's a wild one. Took over 2 years. Real common for a homeowner not contacting us over the foreclosure process. Some don't think we can foreclose from the second mortgage position. Some are scared. Some aren't sure what to do. Sometimes they get bad advice. But once again, my main goal is to always resolve it with them, help them out, get everybody situated. So that is my Tewksbury, Massachusetts case study. Have a great rest of the day. Finish off strong. Enjoy your weekend. Have some time with the family. Spend some personal time. Relax. Stay grounded. I'll talk to you soon.